Yvonne Orji is a Nigerian girl who dared to dream a dream. At 17, I got saved in college, and that's when I was like, oh, okay, I'm really doing this. But in high school, I had big plans to have sex when I turned 18. I had a boyfriend at the time, and I was like, you just hang on, bruh. But the problem is I have a December birthday, so I started college in August/September, and I got saved by October. And I just got on that path, and I was exposed to a woman who was at that time 25 and, waiting until she got married. And I was like, I've never heard of this. But you're saying that it's because of your love of God, and I love God too. And okay, if this is his best, I want it. And that's kind of how that happened. She's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't live that life. Is it difficult for you? No, I mean, I think dating for me looks different. Also because I was never that girl who was naive to be like, I get it. It's 2017. I know that like dudes want to smash and girls want to smash. So it's like if you're with somebody who's not about that life, you can get with somebody else who is. And for me, I think I just was settled to know that whoever's going to be for me, this is not going to be an issue. This is not going to be a deal breaker. So if I'm dating you and you're saying this is a deal breaker, then it's fine because I know that you're not the one for me. And it's a thing that I was just very settled in. And so I also didn't like dating because I'm such a giver when it comes to people. Like I give so much of myself and I receive so much from the other person, and like I make what's important to them important to me. And so that's draining. That takes a lot out of you. So for me, dating just arbitrarily just for something to do on a Friday night, I'm not equipped for that because I go hard. I love hard. And for you to even get in that space, it has to be worth my while. It has to be mutually beneficial. So I'm not the kind of girl that like dates just for dating's sake. I'm dating with a purpose. Like, hey, do you care to be in a committed relationship? Because if not, then this is just dinner amongst friends. Let's just call it that. Yeah, I think there's so many similarities that Molly and I do share. And I think that helps me really connect with her. And also, everybody knows a Molly. Like, I have friends who are Mollys. Like, all of my friends aren't celibate or waiting. Most of them are, but all of them aren't or haven't been. And so it's just like, okay, I can tap into this character because this character reminds me of my friend so-and-so. Or this character, reminds me of this person that I met a long time ago. Okay, cool. I know how to, that's what acting is. Acting is really like tapping into the nuance of a character. So, do you ask, how can you play a crackhead if you've never smoked crack? It's like, you figure it out. You do your research. You maybe talk to other crackheads. Whatever it is, however you get into character. So this is not such an anomaly. Like, how can you play as someone who's had sex when you have never had sex? It's like, what? That's what acting is. It's tapping into something that you've never done. You can say, how can you play a lawyer if you've never been a lawyer, right? So for when it comes to the sex scenes, it's I have my limitations as far as what I'm able to do on screen. Like I'm not willing to be naked or have any body parts shown. So we just get really creative when we shoot those scenes. It involves conversations with the directors. It involves the wardrobe department saying, okay, well, what is she going to wear in this scene so that we can achieve the shot, but like not expose her too much and protect her brand. So it's really everybody using their words and being, for me as an performer, able to convey the vision of what the writers wrote, but at the same time, me being able to protect my brand and being able to be like, okay, cool. I stand by that. And, I know it's going to look one way, but I know that underneath those sheets I had on boy shorts and a T-shirt that no one can see. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of, it's funny, even like I saw one of the sex scenes that's coming up this season and I was like, I was there and it did not look and feel like that. Who got that shot? And it was like, dang. TV magic, because I like underneath the sheets I'm fully clothed, but when you see it, it's just like, that is Jesus. I have to prepare my mama. But at the same time, again, I was there and I know what I had on, and I'm like, and immediately after we shoot the scene, there's a robe that's flown in, and my character, my scene partner is like, hey, how you doing? There's no like, girl, how you doing? No, it's done. Cut. Okay, great. All right. So that's just kind of how those scenes go. You know, for me, my decision is definitely rooted in my faith and in my religion. I would say for anybody wanting to remain celibate is to know your why, right? Because that's really the only thing that's going to sustain you when you do get horny and you do feel like, what am I doing this for again? You have to know why. Like, if it's to say, you know what, until I'm in a fulfilling, wholesome, respecting relationship, I'm not gonna do this. And then, you know, you meet some dude and he's like super fly, but like, you know, he's a player, but you're just like, but I could. And it's like, well, hey, your why was to be in a fulfilling, wholesome, respecting relationship. This is not it. So yes, he's fine. Yes, he could probably backflip you and body slam you and choke you the right way. I don't know. These things I hear people like, but you know what I mean. But that's not that doesn't match your why. And so I think that's important to know your why, and then and to just know that it's worth it. Because I think that's the frustration for a lot of women is, well, if I say I'm going to wait till I get married, well, when would that be? I don't want to be 85 and single. And it's like, for me, I'm just like, I got to believe that God is faithful. The same way that I didn't know I was going to be on a show called Insecure that was going to be watched all over the African continent. It's like, you just believe that he didn't set you up to fail, and he has a purpose and a plan for you. And no matter how long it takes, it's still worth it when you do it his way. And again, that's for if your why is based or rooted in faith. For me, it is. And so I just have to believe that, you know what, when I was 17 and I gave him this decision, I didn't think I was going to be 33 and still single. But you know what, I know that now he's just elevated the platform. So now I got people in South Africa watching me. So maybe my husband's here. I don't know. But 2 years ago, that wouldn't have been an option. So he's just expanded the pool from where my husband can come from. And that's just what he does. He supersedes your expectations. So to really just have your belief in him, knowing that like he can make anything happen anywhere. He sent a raven to feed a man in the Bible. A raven, like the raven wasn't food, he was bringing the food. So like, okay, if Elijah can get fed off a raven, me finding a husband is not going to be a big deal. You know what I mean? So I think you should just, so whoever you are who's contemplating this, just trust that all things work together for good. I would say when I opened up for Chris and I wrapped up and I went backstage and he was waiting for me, he looked at me, he's like, "You're good. You got good stuff." So that's what he said. But that's the only impersonation. Chris, they made me do it. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, Ski Bunny TV, for supporting Insecure, for rocking with Molly so hard, and for showing me mad love. I appreciate you guys.